Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Hero Signal. I've been asked to do an updated video on Marvel Battle Lines since it has now hit the global release, and a lot has changed. This video is going to go over some quick basics to get players ready to take on the challenges ahead in the many different modes of Marvel Battle Lines. To begin, I'm going to give you a quick overview of Marvel Battle Lines for people that may not have even tried the game yet and are interested in what it's all about. Marvel Battle Lines is a collectible card game where you collect heroes and play them against other players on a 3x4 grid. Think of it like a mix between Magic the Gathering and tic-tac-toe. Let's look at 3 different cards here. On the first card, we'll analyze the information so players know exactly what they're looking at. Here's a normal card, Colleen Wing. You have your attack and health in the bottom left-hand corner, as well as the level in the bottom right-hand corner. In the middle of the card, you'll have information on the effects of the card. There are a lot of cards that have many different effects, and some without effects at all. As you obtain duplicates, triplicates, etc. on the same card, you'll be able to level these cards up to level 5. Let's take a look at a more powerful card. The strongest cards you can get are purple cards. That's not to say that there aren't strong blue and green cards, because there are, especially after leveling them up. But purple cards are extremely rare cards. You see here on the bottom left hand side there's still the attack and defense, and on the bottom right hand side it's still the level. But you can see also on the top left hand side there's a shard cost. Not all purple cards have shard costs, but generally the strongest cards will have a shard cost of some kind. Shards appear randomly on the field as you play. Placing a card on the field in that spot will earn you that shard. The stronger the card, the more shards you have to earn to play them. It's also important that you're aware of your character's abilities. Some characters that say that they attack on every turn do not attack on the turn that they are placed. Lastly, we'll talk action cards. Action cards are essentially spells that will complete an effect before they are removed from the battle permanently. There are very few exceptions to this that are determined by your leader, but we'll cover that a little later. Action cards simply show the cost of the card in the top left-hand corner, or in some cases there won't be a cost depending on the card, and the level of the card in the bottom right-hand corner. For combat basics, we'll quickly go through the objectives and how you can damage your opponent and protect yourself. For starters, to damage your opponent, you need to create a battle line, and just like tic-tac-toe, you can do this horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. After you understand the ways in which you can attack using a battle line, you can then get a little creative to set up devastating combinations that will destroy your opponents in a single attack. To make these lines, you'll have to make some strategic choices along the way. Placing your characters in the correct spots and building your shards is important, but you also need to protect yourself. One way to do this is to move your characters that are already on the field. Learning how to move characters is integral to playing the game, as you may not always be able to stop an opponent by placing a card on the field. You may need one of your allies to destroy an enemy card. You may also have special cards such as Red Skull, who creates minions when he moves locations. You can also utilize movement cards strategically. For example, Black Cat will pick up an adjacent shard to whatever square you move her to. Finally, the most powerful movement card, Squirrel Girl, can literally win the battle for you simply by moving her into a battle line. This effect will win the battle no matter what kind of battle line she moves to, so using her properly can save you from long drawn-out battles, especially in Special Ops mode. The next thing we'll cover is swapping cards. You may find that you don't have the card you need in your hand. Each card can be swapped a single time, and if you don't get the card you need within that time, you can choose to play one of the cards you do have, you can choose to move a card you have on the field, or you can skip your turn. Skipping your turn will only be available to you if you've already swapped all 4 cards and have nothing else you can possibly play. Those are the basics of combat. Now, we'll jump over to your deck builder where you can upgrade cards. On the My Cards tab, you can see all the cards that are available to you. As you earn more cards, you'll notice that many of them say upgradable underneath the pictures. When you have enough gold to upgrade them, simply click on the card and choose upgrade. This is also where you'll get to choose the leader of your deck from the Change Leader button. Make sure you read what effects each leader does so that you choose the one that synergizes the best with your build. When building your deck, it is required that you have a minimum of 3 zero-cost cards. This is important to take note of because as these are mandatory, finding the best ones that work for your deck build will make a tremendous difference. You will also need to balance the remaining cards between character cards and action cards. Balancing these will wholly depend on your build, but I try to keep my action cards to a maximum of 4, simply because once you use them, they are removed from the battle. Build your deck carefully and don't stack too many 3 shard cards unless you are sure you'll be able to obtain that many shards consistently. A separate part of your deck building that's an important part are the collections. There are several places where you can find collections in Marvel Battle Lines. The first one is in the Card Collections tab on the Mission Select screen. This will show you all of the collections that are available, and you can earn gems as you continue to collect cards. There are both team collections and overall collections. Make sure you're returning here to receive these gems as you progress. The second one is your special ops. Don't forget that as you continue to complete your special ops missions, that you try and earn all the stars you can so you can complete the collections, both based on stars as well as on the available cards you've earned from the missions. Once you've completed them all, you will earn a chance for special cards and more gems that you can spend in the shop. The shop allows you to pick 3 basic packs per day, as well as a single free bundle of gold. You can then choose to purchase cards with real-world money, in-game gold, in-game special ops currency, and in-game trial currency. Make sure you're logging in to pick up your freebies. That includes also not forgetting to complete the dailies when you can. By completing them, you'll also earn auto-clear tickets to use in special ops and new random draws for cards. Those are the updated basics for Marvel Battle Lines. If you guys have any further questions about it, chime in and let me know in the comments. I love chatting with the community, so feel free to reach out to me when you can. Please subscribe if you guys can, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in game.